Welcome back to Teacher Class, and now we're looking at angles with quadrilateral. So now when we talk about quadrilateral, some of you might be confused. Teacher, what does it mean by quadrilaterals? So something that you should know is first, let's define what is quadrilateral. So quadrilaterals in simple means the shapes with four sides. Teacher. We learned that triangles is with three sides. So now, four side means quadrilateral. Yeah, means for quadrilateral. Okay. So again, it's four straight sides. Means that it's a straight line. Okay. Again, when I say four sides here, it's all referring to straight lines. Okay. But teacher, I actually learned about like something like example, square. Square also have four sides, so do we call it as quadrilateral or call it as square? So now, quadrilateral is actually a big general term. So inside quadrilateral, there are many things. And square is one of the example. And as you know, rectangle is another example, right? Rectangle, you know what's rectangle, right? Square looks like this. Rectangle looks like this. Okay? And these are the two common square and rectangle. It's some common quadrilaterals that you have learned. And you have learned this actually in what? In P4 chapter 8. About square, about rectangle. But what are we trying to learn more in depth in P5 chapter 12 is the different things that you'll be seeing here. Okay? Now, the first thing that you'll be seeing in a short while is called rhombus. Okay? You might be wondering what's rhombus. Don't worry, we'll be talking about that later on. Then we are looking at also something called the parallelogram. And last but not least, trapezium. Okay, we'll be tackling this in the next few videos. So but what we need to now see is let's focus on square and rectangle. Again, we have learned this back in P4 chapter 8, but we're just doing a quick revision. Okay, now let's focus on angles with quadrilateral, now on square and rectangle. So as you can see, I've already reminded you that, what is quadrilateral? It's a four straight sides shape. Okay, and the sum of all the interior angles is 360. So in simple, all these shapes that I have mentioned here, when you add up all the interior angle means here, all add together is 360. Okay, that you should know. Let's move on. Now, some of the example as we see is square, rectangle. Then, in a short while, in P5, we are calculating rhombus, parallelogram, and trapezium. First, let's look at square and rectangle. First thing, square, you must understand that there are four equal sides. Four equal sides means that length here, they are the same length. Again, when I mention equal side means same length. Next, there are four right angles. Right angles means 90 degree, and that means here 1, 2, 3, 4. And next, here say four pairs of perpendicular side. What does it mean by perpendicular side? Again, you should remember that this is a perpendicular side. Why? Because 90 degree means that this line and this line is perpendicular lines. So of course, as you can see, this line and this line, also another one. This line, also another one. This line and this line is also another one. That's why there are four pairs. Okay. And last but not least, here says that there are two pairs of opposite side. They are parallel. What do I mean? This line and this line is parallel. Again, parallel means that it never meet each other, even though if we extend it. And another one is this and this. You can see that I put one arrow, means that this one arrow and this one arrow are parallel. The one with the two arrows, they are parallel. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Rectangle, opposite side are equal, means that this line, they are having the same length. Again, same length. This line and this line having the same length. Again, I use the word same length then I use this symbol to indicate. Now, for right angles, as you know, right angles, right angles, right angles, right angles. Next one, 4 pairs of perpendicular side. The same thing as what I've mentioned. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4. And that adds up to become 4 pairs. And next one, for 2 pairs of opposite sides. So it's the same thing. So here and here is parallel. And here are parallel. That's why these two lines have two indications here. So you might be thinking that, teacher, this is something that I already know. Yes, you already know, but it's important if you are able, whether you are able to put it inside your thoughts in solving some of this question. So I have 4 examples here. If I were to ask you the first question, PQRS is a square. Find angle K. Are you able to find angle K here? And that challenges your knowledge of knowing that you are actually having right angle here. Correct? Next one. WXYZ is a square. Find angle M and angle N. Angle M is here, angle N is here. What is important here is you should know one thing. If it's a square, it's 90 degrees, right? But if I cut into half, then what is this angle? Okay, think about it. Next, PQRS is a rectangle. Find angle G and find angle H. Now, you should know that if I cut into half, G and H, both of this angle is not like square that it will be the same, right? Can divide by 2. G and H will be slightly different because it's a rectangle. It will not be exactly equal. But what you should know at this point of time is if you have two parallel lines, if I were to cut one line like this, okay, the angle here and the angle here is actually the same. So it's like a Z shape. Okay, so this is something for you to take note, especially in solving question 3 and other more question. And question 4 works the same way with these tips as well. Okay, so this is for question 4, this is for question 3. So you can try it out and find out. And why is it the same? Because if you were to flip over, it will be the same, right? Okay. Think about it and you can do it. Okay. So if this is good, then I shall leave it to you. And thank you. See you. Bye bye.